Hey
And
guys,
welcome back.
welcome back to AT15. This is Apophany here with Elise Randolph to bring you the Bastard Cartel versus United Federation of Conifers. We have from Conifers a massive, what I assume to be hull-tanked team of 2 Navy Megas, 2 Navy Brutixes, 2 regular Brutixes, 2 Hounds, and 2 Daredevils. Elise, why don't you run us down the Bastard Cartel?
All right, the Bastard Cartel have come in at 50 kilometers. They will be red on your screen. They brought the traditional, kiting drone comp without any logistics whatsoever. So they've got a twin EOS, Myrmidon, double Ishtar, double Vexor Navy issue, Hyena for control, and then double Vexor. So a very greedy all-out DPS setup with very light on control. If they can kite effectively, they might be able to pull this one off. I expect that we'll see them burn straight back to this tournament micro jump unit and try and blink around the arena when they get tackled.
Yeah, what I'm genuinely surprised by is the choice of these Navy Megas. The Vindicator is a point cheaper, does more damage, has 90% webs, which are pretty darn cool. Why do you think they might have gone for Navy Megas?
You get an extra utility slot and an extra mid slot, maybe. Actually, no, you don't get the mid slot, but you do get the utility high, so maybe they want to cram on some smart bombs in there. That's the only reason I can think about it. I'm not sure if I agree with that decision, though. The Vindicator, like you said, is cheaper and, basically categorically better of a ship. But, we'll see how this plays out. It's a very interesting fleet comp. The United Federation of Conifers did come in basically all at 0 with their core, 30 kilometers on the Hounds and 30 kilometers on the Daredevils. So they're keeping their Daredevils in the back.
Yeah, so it's a nice tight 90-degree warp in, which will help those daredevils get onto the drone ships as soon as possible. But those big lumbering Megathons and Brutixes are going to have a lot of travel time to target, whereas the bonus drones from the Merm, from the Vexor hulls, are just going to go so quickly across the arena and be able to apply that damage immediately. Unless, of course, we're looking at Rail Megas and Navy Brutixes, which I highly doubt.
So definitely want to keep an eye on the Bastard Cartel Hyena. He is going to be the basically the key factor here in controlling the oncoming rush of the United Federation of Conifers as the entire Bastard Cartel team burn back, presumably to the tournament micro jump unit. They're actually quite close to it, so they only have to burn about 30 kilometers or so, and then they can blink all around the arena, potentially to other micro jump beacons as well. So that'll be pretty cool to see if they can be executed. The reason I'm very excited about this is because if you do get bumped after you activate the tournament micro jump unit, you can potentially get careened out of the arena and break some of the records set by Goonswarm earlier today.
Yep, the countdown has begun. We are 13 seconds away from the start of the match. Very excited to see how this goes. I mean, this is on the Bastard Cartel. If they fly really well, if they execute properly, they should win this match. But if they screw up, if they get caught, Conifers can very easily take an advantage in this match. Now we see immediately the Daredevils running, and we're going to have to see what it's going to get. I'm assuming it's going to go for the Hyena here. In fact, no, it looks like it's going for an EOS. No, it's spinning around. No, they are, in fact, going after the Hyena here. They just about missed it. The Sholto in the Daredevil has just overshot it slightly. Okay, so one Daredevil down there. The second one now coming on Sholto, turning around back, coming onto that Hyena. So now we've got those 90% webs, but the core is actually chasing here. Looks like they have managed to catch... who have they caught there? They have caught an EOS of Agony. Heisu in the EOS.
Yeah, and EOS goes down for the Bastard Cartel, and the United Federation of Conifers do lose both their Daredevils, and their Hyena is still alive, but they still lost an EOS in that skirmish. Impressive maneuverability from these Navy Megas, which do appear to be structure tanked, so they're going to be hard to chew through on this one.
Yeah, I mean, the EOS just kind of slow-boated, kind of on the plane. I'm not really sure what it was doing. Maybe he wasn't ready for the match to start, but now we have the rest of the Conifers team chasing after the Bastard Cartel. Bastard Cartel seem to be slowing down. No, actually, they're burning around. They're getting a little close to the arena edge. Not that close, but they're now, in fact, burning back in towards the Conifer team, which, honestly, I do not advise against hull-tanked blaster ships.
Yep, the Bastard Cartel, meanwhile, have lost another Vexor and are about to lose a Vexor Navy issue, which is webbed and scrammed right now. So United Federation of Conifers, in their unorthodox ships, are actually closing this one out. It should be noted, this is probably one of the first matches you'll see This is definitely the first match today without a logistics on either side. So all the damage here is permanent as long as they can apply it. And
yeah, I mean, we've got, for example, Raikyon in the Vexer right next to the rest of the core, and he's not really burning away yet. Maybe it was an issue where they're all anchored up, so when one of them got caught, they all got caught or something. But no, this was very poorly executed by the Bastard Cartel here. Even if they go on to win this match, this was very, very poor flying from the first part of the round, and it's showing with their massive, massive losses. And Conifers have only lost to Brutix, a Hound, and 2 Devils. They have so much EHP left. They've taken out Eos, Ishtar, Vexer, and now Vexer Navy issue as well.
And it's not only that they're catching these ships and applying the damage, it's how they're doing it. 2 Navy Megathrons have managed to catch an Eos, an Ishtar, and a Vexer Navy issue with no other tackle to speak of. That Vexer Navy issue had a grappler effect on it, which means the Navy Megas are the ones that went up and caught it. Like, that's just amazing. How does a cruiser get caught by one of the slower battleships out there?
I have no idea. We now have this Vexer Navy issue flying perpendicular. It looks like the Conifer team is kind of taking a moment to decide who they're going for next. They're kind of all flying around different directions. Now it looks like they're now heading down towards this Hyena to try and finish him off. Maybe they've loaded Null. The Hyena is flying dangerously close. Don't fly. Elicon, don't fly into them. You're flying directly into them. Do not fly directly into Bastavotes. You're going to die. You're in partial structure. Please move. Nope, you're dead.
Yeah, that's some live coaching from Apothony right there. Unfortunately, it's a little bit too delayed, and Reverend cannot get that information in time. However, the Bastard Cartel, this is going back and forth, back and forth. It does look like the United Federation of Conifers does have a pretty, as Yuntan would say, girthy advantage right now. But, Ishtar, Vexer Navy issue, Myrmidon Eos, Vexer versus 2 Navy Megathrons and 2 Navy Brutixes right now. One of the Navy Brutixes is about to go down. Well, it is in structure, and it's structure tank, so it's not just about to go down, but it is taking appreciable damage that cannot be repped back up. All the drones on the field are damage drones. There are no repair bots. This is just an all-out brawl setup.
Oh, we've got a beautiful little jump there from Kendall Levine on that MJ unit. Actually, it might not have been MJ unit. It might have been local. He needs to pick up some speed again, however. It looks like we currently have the Myrmidon of being chased down here. I wonder if he's going to manage to get away. He's only moving 800 a second. Needs to move a little bit faster than that, or that Brutix Navy, which is going a full 1400, is going to catch him up. Maybe he's short on cap. Maybe he's got like 2 plates fitted, but that Myrmidon should be going a lot faster than 800, 900. Now it's webbed. Elnora from United Federation of Conifers has got him. However, Elnora is in the bottom of their structure tank, so they need to get another ship on top of it as soon as possible. Do you think maybe that the drone team here didn't have a cap booster and they're just capping themselves out and they're not able to run?
I mean, it is possible. The Navy Megathrons do not have smart bombs. They actually have utility newts on their ships, and we see Rai Zero go up and catch this Myrmidon, which is what I gotta say, it's really impressive piloting from the Navy Megathron. I know they are very agile battle cruisers or battleships, but you figure a Myrmidon should be able to see this thing coming. The Myrmidon belonging to the Bastard Cartel, now grappled, neuted, basically 0 speed. I mean, who needs a Vindicator when
you got like grappling
the Navy Megas can just do the same thing?
Yeah, I mean, so we've got this Myrmidon going down here. Conifers already in a 2-point lead. We have 4.5 minutes left on this match, but the more of these lower-end ships Navy Brutices go down, the easier it becomes for the Bastard Cartel to kite. However, much of the Bastard Cartel kiting thus far has been flying directly into blaster range of the Conifers ships. So maybe they missed the memo. Again, I'll reiterate, you need to fly away from blaster ships. But hopefully the guys that remain are actually aware of this and they're going to be able to make something happen here. But we do have a good spread here fighting from the Bastard Cartel. They're surrounding the Conifers team. They're managing to stay away from the ships. Although we do have this sneaky little Brutix Navy of Seamus here coming down to Predator's VNI.
You see this Myrmidon belonging to Canthor Loon, damage really stopped applying to him. That's because he activated his micro jump unit and blinked away from the bad guys, and he's off on his own. Looks like he's actually going towards another tournament MJD unit, MJU unit, so he'll be able to blink again if the opportunity arises. So the United Federation of Conifers needs some lockdown on here. They do not have it. They just have grapplers and newts. So,
I mean,
the Bastard Cartel are definitely still in this. If they can, utilize their MJDs effectively, as we saw Karen Thor-Loon do really, really well there. I'm very impressed with that piloting. Very good show from that.
yeah, I mean, these are hull-tanked Brutix's Navy Megas, so it would not be ridiculous for them to have local MJDs fitted, so that if the Bastard Cartel MJDs away, they could be automatically then MJD'd on top of, and we could have the MJD war going on. However, it's currently the victory is slipping away from Conifers here, as the Bastard Cartel do seem to have figured out that being close to Bastard ships is bad, and Conifers is about to lose a Navy Brutix, which will put the Bastard Cartel in a point lead with only 2.5 minutes left in the match.
Yeah, the remaining team from the Bastard Cartel are able to effectively jump. It looks like Karen Thor-Loon is sitting on a tournament jump unit once again. Even though Seamus Graf is running at him, he'll be able to blink away if need be, and Seamus Graf is about to die anyways. So really good piloting on this Bastard Cartel team, who seem to have stabilized and are back in it right now.
Oh, we do have a scram on Karen Thor. Oh, cool, and stopped. Yeah, as you say, he does go down, unfortunately. Let's see what the Navy Megas are doing at the moment. They are over here chasing down. We've got one Navy Mega chasing Itkovian Benedict in the Ishtar, and the other Navy Mega is just chilling down, chasing after Karen Thor in the Merm. Karen Thor, you either need to run or you need to MJD soon. Let's see if that MJD effect is going on here yet. He's not quite activated yet by the looks of it, but I would assume he's going to do so soon. Actually, he's a little bit far from the beacon. Got to be careful there, buddy.
Rise Zero doing some really great piloting here, trying to get his team back in it, managing heat incredibly effectively, is catching up to this Ishtar piloted by Ithkovin Benedict, and finally the Ishtar is able to heat up, burn towards his tournament micro jump unit, where the rest of his team is currently sitting. So.
Karen Thor's Merm hasn't jumped. It looks like he's out of range. He's trying to burn back to the beacon, activating the beacon. He has got a scram on him, unfortunately. The Navy Megas are fit with scram, so he does go down. Conifers and Cartel are now tied up with 1 minute left in the match, 58-58. Who's going to win? The Ishtar. Victovian is, grappled now. Is he on a beacon?
Yes, he is. He is. It looks like he is on a beacon. Oh no, but he is scrammed, so it doesn't matter. Oh, the scram just dropped off.
The scram dropped. He overshot the scram, or maybe it burnt out. Yeah, it looks like the Navy Mega overshot the scram. He lost the scram, so he's going to be able to activate that MJD unless the Navy Mega turns. It is turning now. He needs to get that scram back on, or he's going to be able to MJD away. How far away is he from the unit? He looks like he should be close enough, but the scram should be coming back on soon. Unless he's burnt. There it is. There's the scram. There's the scram. He's going to get the Ishtar with 20 seconds left in the match. It's all tied up. This Ishtar needs to die to the blast of fire, but also right in the Mega Navy is also dying in the very bottom of his structure down. 12 seconds left as this scrammed and grappled Ishtar with bonus resist to hybrid. It's going to take a while, but the bottom of structure, Rise Zero goes down. Bastard Cartel go back into the lead. There is no chance Conifers to do it with 0 seconds left. Time is just barely out, just barely breaking the tie there. Conifers winning the match. Good lord, I did not expect that match to go that way.
That is absolutely incredible. On a knife's edge, back and forth either way. The throws, the counter throws, the blinks from both teams. My goodness, what a way to lose. The Bastard Cartel victory in Alliance Tournament 15. A United Federation of Conifers unfortunately eliminated. My goodness. For Apothene and myself, we're going to send it back to the studio to break down all the craziness that just happened.
We've got the Kings of Losec with Project Mayhem.
All right, welcome back to Alliance Tournament 15 with me, Nikau Vassol, as your host. I have Jintan, Rylode, and Ithaca Hawk joining me as always. Right, so yeah, a very, very intense game there. I'm sure Twitch chat was going crazy off that game because it was just so close, so back and forth between these two players. Whole tanking Megathrons. I mean, they really worked there, I think, Ithaca. What are your thoughts on that game?
Oh man, I know we're not allowed to swear, but holy shit, that was a cool match. I really like that. You know, Conifers, props to you guys. Hull tanked blasters and almost pulling out the bag. I mean, masterclass by the Bastard Cartel there of how not to fly your kiting ship. Rule number 1, don't ram blaster hull tanked Galanti ships. It's just generally a bad idea, considered to be the poorer option that you could take there. But I mean, yeah, what a match. I thought that was going to go either way at one point. Right at the end there, like, oh god, that was such a cool match.
Absolutely.
But those Navy Megas just living until the last minute. I think we talked a little bit, me and Relo, during the match itself, about the decision to take Navy Megas over Vindicators, and perhaps maybe those stronger Vindy Webs maybe would have made a little bit of a difference, because that match was very, very close. And in fact, by taking those Vindicators, you would save yourself 2 points, allowing you to upgrade both of those Hounds into, say, Vexors or Thoraxes to add more
Even
damage.
assault frigates.
Even assault frigates, wherever you want, wherever takes your fancy. But yeah, no, just to the Conifers pilots, that was cool. You guys are my favourite right now.
So yes, even though we all kind of were on Bastard Cartel's side, they will win right now over United Federation of Conifers. I'm being told we have some kill mails that we can review on the screen shortly. Looks like it will be the Griffin. So have that come up now. Yeah, why don't you take us through this fit, Jintan?
Yeah, seems to be a fairly basic Griffin fit. A lot less mobility than I'm normally used to seeing, but you can see there that it's got an MWD, it's got 2 specialised jamming things. You've got the radar, which is for Amar, magnometric, which is for Galante. So what this Griffin is trying to do, and obviously the range rigs in the rig slots, is it's trying to jam out any Galante or Amara Logi that the enemy team had brought. Do we know if the team that brought that had banned Basilisk Scimitar or any of the shield logistics?
So the bans for the last game, the Bastard Cartel banned out the Guardian and Oneros, and United Federation of Conifers banned the Hugin and the Navy Harbinger.
That's a very interesting choice there then.
Yeah, I mean, as you can see, 996 hit points. Basically can be volleyed by most things in the game. Doesn't really have any tank on it because you need all of those mid slots, and to be honest, you have barely any lows to play with apart from Damage Control 2, which is, in my opinion, one of the best modules you can buy in EVE Online, but definitely a nice one there. It looks like we have some more graphs as well that we can switch to here. So we'll get those up on screen and have a ganders at what we can see. So we have the logistics comparison. So Tech 2 logistics cruisers by far up there. Tech 1 support cruisers in a sort of third position here, and Tech 2 logistics frigates way up there as well. So we talked a little bit earlier about logistics frigates versus logistic cruisers, but I guess this just shows that a lot of players would just have that one powerful logistics rather than have the group of 2 of them. Rylode, any thoughts on this?
Okay, so obviously there are many differences between the Tech 2 logistic frigates and the Tech 2 support cruiser, but obviously the Tech 2 cruiser, there's only one, so that means you have an extra slot for an extra ship.
Yeah.
They are very expensive. Logistic cruisers are really expensive in this tournament right now, but people still have that ability just to fill out that extra ship slot, excuse me, and just fill it with battle cruisers, because right now we're in a battle cruiser spam meta right now.
Yeah.
And there's going to be a drone meta right now as well. So you've got a lot of these heavy core ships that are doing a lot of damage, and they do particularly tank very well. So obviously having that T2 logistic cruiser as well gives good support for the core.
Fair enough. Yeah, Ithaca. UFC choosing to ban the Navy Harbinger. I'm a bit confused why that would have been their choice. Any sort of input you could think reasonably why that would be the case?
I think they just wanted to kind of protect their smaller stuff. The Navy Harbinger is a good projection, obviously provides links. But at the end of the day, if you're a kiting blaster comp, I guess bans don't really matter that much. You just want to get on top of people and screw them up. So
I mean, one thing that I can think of is the fact that obviously. Okay, yeah, keep going.
No problem. So we have got the next game ready. Looks like the players are ready to go. This one is going to be the Thebe Freeport Republic versus the Clown Car. So I'm going to throw it over to the casters here, and let's see who takes the victory.